some money. We don't get a lot of money from becoming goblin friends.
Oh shit, guys! I forgot I got 3 cantrips this level.
You got a total of 3, or you get 3
No,
extra?
I got 3 more from my Book of Shadows, from any spell list. So I know I'm taking guidance and resistance.
You told me message was the other one that you were thinking about or leaning toward.
Yeah, it was probably
Why would
message.
you take Ray of Frost?
Well, I was telling Joe, thematically I want to take Ray of Frost. I will
Yeah.
never, ever, ever use Ray of Frost.
Oh, right.
Because
your Eldritch Blast is better.
my Eldritch Blast is better, but it's also a matter of that... Oh, Joe, I already forgot the reasons I gave Joe.
What about Chill Touch?
I already have Chill Test.
Test.
What's up?
Gotcha.
There you go.
All right, so last time we left off, you, Eula had just defeated Riding Squiggly Nor and did some amazing stuff, looking all awesome. And so you all had finished that. You guys had been led back to the banquet hall, where you saw, the banquet hall had several plates on these 3 tables, and the bottom tables laid out had, a whole bunch of random dog parts and stuff on them for you all to eat. Like they were divided up pretty evenly in several different plates. They set down Ramus and 5 other goblins, and the Goblin King comes and stands on this table here. He's like, "For this next challenge, the dog eating contest. You see before you several plates. Each plate has an even amount of dog innards, meat, guts, parts, what to be it. For what you must do is, it is not so much as much as you can eat dog eating contest, but a how fast you can eat dog eating contest. First, you must finish. Oh, hey!
Hello! Oh, look at the hats. That's cute.
Nice.
Who's the tiny human?
Alright, so then he's like, it's not how much you can eat, it's a race. You must finish a single plate. All plates have been weighed evenly. Then you must spin around this spinner contraption that the goblin engineers have fixed up here 10 times. And then once you have spun around it 10 times, you must run back and finish another plate. You must do this a total of 5 times. If you throw up, you must eat an additional plate.
Oh.
Where is
This
the
sounds
spinner?
like Double Dare.
Alright, so, to not throw up is what, a constitution check?
Yes, that would be a constitution check.
Okay, so
So basically, who's beefiest among us? I'm gonna go with Tiny.
I think it's Tiny.
No, it's already preset.
Yeah, I think you all had already decided that Ramus was going to do it.
Well, you still are the most beefy, aren't you?
Well, I'm probably tied with Billy.
Yeah, you're bigger though physically, so.
Well, I am going to cast guidance on you.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Not guidance, resistance, I think. I'm looking at the difference. Yeah, because guidance is just going to be an ability check, whereas resistance would be an actual save, and it'd be a save you'd be making, right?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast resistance on John and concentrate on that. So for the next minute, Tiny, you can roll a d4 and add that number to 1 saving throw you have to make. You can do it before or after making the throw.
Okay, I'm assuming you're smart, and then you're gonna wait until they blow the whistle and say go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go up to him right now. Basically, I was gonna when they go up to it, I was gonna go up and kind of act like I was massaging.
Right.
I'll probably pull up a stool and stand behind Tiny and act like I'm massaging his shoulders, and then I'll make the incantation and cast resistance on him.
Okay. Everybody. Let's see. Well, actually, only Eula can make a perception check.
Oh, yeah. A new macro. Sweet.
All right, sweet. Okay, so you notice that there are only 2 plates on the table, and you notice that they were going to have to go through 5 plates. You see some other goblins standing around with plates, and one of the protector goblin is standing with a plate of like food.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha. Okay.
When you say protector goblin, you mean the one that John pissed in his face?
His face?
No, not Pissface. The
the
one
one
that
that
was trying to
Pissface was-
protect.
Yeah. The guy was protecting his face.
Yeah, the guy that was protecting Pissface.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So, the king's like asked if anyone has any questions.
So you gotta eat, and then you have to do what? Spin around what?
Yes, you have to eat a single plate of dog parts, spin around the spinny contraption thing that the goblin engineers have made 10 times, 10 full revolutions, run back and eat in another plate.
Okay.
You do not have to sit down, you do not have to go to the side of the table, you just have to get to where the plate is on the table and consume it. Then once you're finished with that, spin around 10 more times.
So, what does Durka think about how goblins feel about cheating?
They have no problems cheating. Only the king seems to be bringing order to the goblins.
Wait, so the king might care?
The king would probably care.
If it was
Okay.
over.
But at the same time, it was made clear to us that, like, if you, for instance, if you're seen using magic, they can take away your weapons, but they can't take away your magic. So using magic is kind of like less honorable. The goblins might favor it less, and so your overall game status might not be as good. But that's the matter of it. The goblins see, like, if the king is upset, but all the goblins are like all about it, that's probably still going to count for something.
Yeah, Durka, you would know that under it all, goblins respect power the most, even if it's underhanded.
Gotcha.
But you also do know that if you just straight cheated, they'd be like, "Oh, these guys are losers. Screw these guys." But
Potentially, conveying something to Ramus like I might convey something to Ramus like, if you get the opportunity, like knocking over one of your competitors that's trying to spin next to you.
oh yeah, no, it would. So yeah, let me try to make that clear. I guess everybody would get the feel that it's going to be a fight on the spinny thing, and people are going to be trying to knock each other off and stuff. Like people are ready to see brawls.
Nice.
So
I'm going to walk over to
Hey,
Lorcan.
didn't you just learn how to cast grease?
Yeah, I'm going to walk over to Lorcan. Maybe if you say that, I'm going to like motion for you to come along with me.
Yeah.
See that guy over there? That goblin? He was definitely running interference for one of the other goblins when I was on Squealy Nord, and I saw him glaring at us last night. I wouldn't be surprised if his plate of food is poisoned and he's going to try to make sure Tiny eats it.
Gotcha.
So, I'm thinking if we put him to sleep or knock him out or make him fall down and spill his plate of food, anything like that, that's not directly helping Tiny. So that wouldn't really be seen as cheating, possibly interfering or something, but we're just dealing with the facilitators. We're not actually helping Tiny do better or making anyone else do worse.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, I might,
And you might help people fall over while they're spinning.
possibly, but the problem then is he might fall over too.
Well, it depends on how is the spinny thing set up. Is that like a merry-go-round or something? Or is
yeah,
it like
it's not
backwards?
spinning right now. It is what you would assume that you would have to like get on it and like spin it.
Oh, so it's like more like a merry-go-round or like a tilt-a-whirl at a
Right.
circus.
So yeah, and then you're also smart, Durka. So you could be like, Ramos, when you jump off to go eat another food, you should probably try to spin it the other, or try to like slow it down, or because you have to go 10 revolutions,
Oh,
and if
right,
the
yeah.
slower the speed, the slower they go around, and it's a race.
And the people on it are trying to hold on, right?
Right.
It's spinning, and you're trying to like hold on and not barf. So if you let go, you would like fly off.
Right, and then you have to get back on and continue your spins, and
Right. Okay. Yeah. So sleep is going to be pretty useful here. There might be a lot of people going to sleep.
it's like flying off.
Yeah, exactly. Like they fall asleep and then they fly off and immediately wake up.
Nice.
Okay, so the king asks, he's like, so no one has any questions then?
Nope.
Okay, so he's like, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, so everybody starts like digging in, and John, right now, the food that you're eating is just kind of like raw dog meat, so it's not really that actually bad. I'm sure your character has eaten, Ramos has eaten, raw meat at some point, so it's not like having to eat like, a foot or anything, or like, intestines or stomach or anything. So, just roll a. What would be to see how fast you could eat something? It's not really like a.
Dex.
Athletics.
That's yeah. All right. Yeah. Roll an athletics check just to see how fast. I'm just gonna compare some of these other guys.
Balls.
Balls. You don't have the reroll, huh?
I'm not a gnome, no, or whatever.
Unfortunately.
Everything
Okay.
should just be, so there's never a natural one that matters.
And unfortunately, I can't cast both guidance and resistance on you at the same time as they're both concentration.
Right. So natural ones and natural 20s, I'm only applying 2 attacks, so it's just a low roll, not like a failure. So I am going to roll several times.
You should throw the tracker up and use it to track who's winning,
All right.
like a leaderboard.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's fun. Alright, this is not actually an initiative. I'm just rolling it because it gets in there quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, I think. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Is there like an add to initiative?
Yeah, there was something when it popped up talking about like right click and select add a turn or something weird.
Add to turn. Yeah, there it is. Ah, that's way quicker. Okay.
I don't know how to do that though because I don't really have.
Alright, well, I got you. Okay, so Ramos, unfortunately. Well, I'm actually not.
You're less.
Nope. So one guy actually got lower, even though he didn't roll a natural 1. So alright, so by the time you get there, Ramos, there's already a couple guys spinning on the thing. So you get here and it's your first turn. So like some guys are like spinning and this guy's like falling behind you. Okay, so it's not spinning really fast yet, so it's really not that big of a deal. And everybody's kind of like, oh, this is lame. So it's not like really tough. So it's not really tough to stay on. And okay,
Fuck off.
all right, all right.
Are goblins cheering?
Yeah, but it's not crazy yet. So he does get knocked prone, but like I said, it's not.
Knocked him 5 feet. I chose the 5 feet instead of the prone.
Oh, he chose 9 feet. Okay. Yeah. So he would get knocked right off there. And so G4, he hasn't made a full revolution yet. But then G1's getting on here. So alright, so the goblins so the goblins are like kind of like hanging in the middle, like clutching on like really tight, and then G4 gets back on, and the circle thing's like slowing down and not really moving, and everybody's like boo, boo.
I don't know how to speed it up though.
You just like it's like a
You have to
When I
like
was a
push
kid,
it
you had to
yourself.
run around the outside.
right. Oh, so you knocked off G4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so G5, who's in the
I could
lead.
speed it up a lot.
G5 gets like he's like stands here and starts like spinning it around really fast. And everybody's like, "Whoa, whoa, Junior, whoa!" So G5 gets back on. It's like spinning pretty fast now, and he spun it, ran around 5 times. So,
Fuck
roll.
him. He's going off. That's fine.
All right, well, spinning it. Well, but first, roll. If you're gonna move over to there, roll an athletics check to get over there. Of like, just like a medium DC of like 10 to be able to get over there.
Do it.
How
Oh.
you like
Okay.
that natural one,
I
bro?
like that natural one. Okay, so you weren't able to move over there, so you had to just like stay where you're at, just like holding on. Okay, so it spins, and then people are counting like 8, 9, 10. So roll some Constitution checks to see how dizzy you are coming off of this thing. Oops, no, I want to roll behind the scenes.
Like a con save.
Yes, a con save. Okay, so you're able to run back pretty quickly. And all right, so G5 still in the lead. G2 actually fell behind, but G4 did really well and caught up. Okay, so then
I can gust a wind and make one of them spin really fast.
so you guys are like off, and I didn't mean to put G1 back on there yet. G1 and like G2 are like still on the spinner thing as you guys are like running back to the table. So if you wanted to do something like that, you could. Okay.
Where's protector guy?
Okay, so protector guy is moving in with so people are getting back to the tables eating their second plate, and then like 6 goblins are coming in with new plates, and you see that protector goblin is going to John's plate. Is like putting John's plate on the table.
See the whispers that I sent to you?
Nope.
I sent you 3 whispers about what I wanted to prepare for this.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, sorry. That was in the midst of me like spamming.
Yeah, and I didn't want to interrupt. That's why I just whispered. So basically, I wanted to. I've already cast Mage Hand invisibly, and then have a ready to action. Knock that plate on the floor as soon as that goblin puts it down. Hopefully, to make it look like he just drops the whole thing.
Yeah, you're able to do that. So as soon as he puts the plate down, you just like your mage hand smacks it, and it like falls over the floor, and he's like, you see him like scraping it up off the floor, like putting it back on. He's like, sorry, and he's like
I'll just
scraping.
yell,
I'm
"Grab
gonna-
another plate!"
Yeah, in the middle of all the other goblins, I'm gonna be like heckling him and be like, "What an idiot! Look at him! Clear
Well-
that off the floor!"
So
Tiny, don't wait. Grab another plate.
Okay, so yeah, when you say don't wait, grab another plate, somebody brings in.
I thought I could just, bitch slap someone out of the way and take their plate.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, right now, so your plate, John, your plate number 2 was already on the table.
Okay, then I don't need to do
Yeah,
that.
so you would probably be focusing on the plate number
Yeah.
2. I mean, you can bitch slap somebody right now if you wanted to, but
No.
You can always bitch slap somebody.
okay. So John, they get a new plate with plate number 3, and the protector goblin, like looks at you guys, just like glares at you all. Okay, and then he like takes his like tray of like yucky food or yucky dog parts, and then like goes back out. Okay. So now, John, you notice that it's like raw dog testicles and like a dog nose.
All right. So where's G5? Is he back at the table right now?
Yeah, he just made it back.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, G5 was number 1. He was like the first one back.
Right. But so he's the one that's in the lead right now.
Yes.
So I'm going to like duck under a table, and message. It says you can send a message to somebody even through an object as long as you know exactly where they're at.
Okay.
So I'm gonna duck under a table, and then I'm gonna send.
And Martin froze. Wait, everybody froze. Did I freeze?
No, just Martin, I think.
Do what?
He froze.
Say that again, Martin.
I'm just gonna point, like in the direction of G5, where he's not gonna be able to see me, but I know where he's at, and I'm just gonna send him a message that says the plate or the dog meat you're eating is tainted.
Okay. Okay. So,
He
John?
can believe whatever he wants to believe when he
Yeah.
hears a voice out of nowhere.
Alright, so G3 is. Oh, not F1. 1. So he is going to attempt to make his save. Alright, so he.
I thought I wasn't actually doing that because I had food.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, my bad. I thought that just had come up.
No.
My bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, so ignore that. So yeah, so you guys will roll a Constitution check to be able to down some raw dog testicles and a dog nose. Let's see these other guys. Nice. Yeah. So you have absolutely no problem doing it. Wow, some of these guys actually sucking pretty bad.
Good.
So I rolled a 6, a 5, a 5, a 7, and a wait no, a 6, a 6, a 5, and ooh, nice. Okay, so
Not a low number.
G5 really sucked it.
Nice.
But then G1 caught back up because apparently he loves dog testicles. Okay, so everybody's able to get there pretty quick. John, you and Q3 are able to like get back to the place pretty quick.
Can you start spinning before the others get there to make it harder for them to get on, or?
So it's still spinning, like no one stopped it, so it's still spinning, and he just jumps on and hangs on.
Right. I'm just curious if it's going fast or not.
It's not really going that fast yet.
Because if you make it go fast, would it be harder for them to get on? That's
Yes, it would be harder for them to get on, and it would make you go. It would be harder to hang on, and you're probably stronger than goblins, so you could probably hang on easier than goblins could.
Alright, so I'll try and make it go faster.
Okay, just roll a strength check to see if you can how fast you make it go.
Like a strength save?
Mm-hmm. It's not really a save, but just a
Oh, that's the button on my sheet.
strength save. Okay, yeah. So you're able to spin it up. You're able to spin it up pretty decent. G3 is gonna have to roll a save to stay on. Ah, G3 flies off. And then you see the rest of them like jumping on. So you're like ahead of everybody, but it starts to slow down a little bit, and then they like all jump on at pretty much the same time, but you're like a couple spins ahead of everybody.
All right, so then you want to speed it up again.
Yep, sure.
Oh.
All right, sweet. All right, I'm just gonna make pretty much just G1, man. You're falling. G. All right. Oh, John. Also, you need to make a strength save to stay on.
Mhm.
Oh my God. It's goblins. Holy shit. Oh man. All right.
Wow, net 20, huh?
G4 back in action. Okay. All right, Ramus.
What does Martin's thing give me, by the way?
You can on any save, you can add. You can before or after the roll, you can roll a d4 and add that to your save.
Do it.
You
I'm
believe
trying to.
you believe that you're almost on, like cinematically this is not happening.
Yeah.
You believe that you're like almost hanging on, and if you just gave like a little bit more effort, you'd be able to stay
Like,
on.
like you need a 10.
Yeah, like 1d4 more.
1d4.
All right, sweet. Yeah, so you can stay on. All right. So yeah, you guys are able to get back to the table.
All right. So, are we allowed to interact with them when they come back to the table?
There's nobody stopping you.
So yeah, I'm just gonna run through here, like in between the three tables.
Actually, G4 was over here.
As
Okay.
I go by, I'm just gonna smack Ramus on the ass and cast resistance.
Okay.
Is it
Touch
touch based?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And I'll do the verbal and semantic as I'm running up, slap him on the ass, and then as I go by, I'll be like, "Get him, baby!"
Okay. All right. So you're on plate number 3 now. Everybody except Ramus can roll perception checks.
Working on it, smart ass.
Sweet.
Dang it. Sorry. Perception versus persuasion. Rolling again.
Eula, you ran persuasion. Eula tries to convince herself to look around.
All right.
Does that mean
This
you
is
rolled a
persuasion.
13 because the third number is your replacement number?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he does that.
Yeah, the third one is to replace a natural one.
All right, Peridot, you notice that the food that is going to John's table looks like it's been spilled on the floor, but it is not the protected goblin who's carrying it.
It looks like it was spilt on the floor.
Yes.
Damn it.
Point of order. I would like to hold up these shenanigans. This food has been touched the floor.
All right, so if you say that, nobody's like, everyone's like, of course, it's dog meat. It's probably been on the floor all the time. Whatever, man. Stupid human.
That's how we knocked on the
Stupid,
floor again?
stupid Toplander.
Toplander. I'll have you know the gnomes have been living underground for 4,000 to 5,000 years.
I haven't seen you down here in forever.
Well, I wouldn't hobble in this squalid hole.
In the crowd.
All
I
right.
mean,
So
the
when you
price for a shithole.
all right, so when you diss their squalor, they jump you with like fist fights and they're like punching your ability.
Cool.
Cool.
Tiny, the other goblin kept the best parts.
So like
For the next plate, isn't it?
Am I
This
supposed
is
to
the plate you're
care?
on.
Is this
No, I
supposed
mean
to
I'm
make
already.
me care?
no,
I was-
this would be
Fourth
Ramus's plate number 4. Ramus is currently on plate number
I
3.
haven't eaten it yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So there's still the opportunity for sleight of hand to switch plates, or who knows, right? I mean,
Yeah, but Billy right now is in fisticuffs with a couple goblins.
well, I don't expect
Yeah.
Billy to do it.
I want to attempt to get one of them in a headlock and give him a noogie.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, but then like another one comes up and like socks you.
Indian
You-
burn for him.
Eula, use your mage hand and wet willy one of them.
By the way, is one of these goblins piss face, or is he not here? You know,
Now it's a new set.
He's not recovered.
Martin. Unfortunately, I can't do that until a later level.
Ah.
Like at a later level, I can totally use Mage Hand to get advantage on attacks.
Okay, so plate number 4 that Billy saw that ended up on the floor has made it to John's table.
That's fine.
Okay, so
Man, I wish I had
this
tested
plate number 3 for everybody is pretty standard dog meat, so everybody's able to eat it pretty easily without it. So during this one, a whole bunch of goblins like surrounded the spinny thing that was made by the goblin engineers, and they're just like whoosh, 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 and just like spinning it as fast as they can. So you like come up to it and it's like spinning super fast.
Sweet. So now what?
Show them what you're made of.
So you can like try to like slow it down before you get on it. You can just like jump in and go. You could
should say you call this a spin and spin it faster.
wait till the goblins come up, throw them on it to slow it down, watch them get flung off.
Like, grapple one and use their head to slow it down? Or what?
Hey,
Alright, so
JJ, did I see the dirt food? Or I guess
nope.
you yelled that out, right? So we're
That
all
was
battle.
Peridot, but Peridot was like, point of order, this food has been hitting the floor and it's nasty.
Right.
And everybody's like, shut up. And then Toplander, and he's like, your hole is a squalor. And then like they get in fisticuffs. So
is
you
that
heard it.
mechanically possible, JJ, or should I?
No, you could if you just jumped on it. You could. Oh, wait, did you say you want to get
I'm
a
just
goblin?
curious if you could slow it down by grappling a goblin and pushing him into it. You know.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so G4 eventually shows up.
All right. So how does that work in attack, or what is it? How do you grapple?
It's pretty much just a contested. Wasn't it just a contested athletic? Or hold on.
Corey, did this message come to me late?
No,
Hold on. Yeah.
I'm just saying so that he's aware.
I hear he ate that plate though.
No.
No. He hasn't eaten plate 4 yet. That's plate 4.
Oh, okay. Ramos, I whisper to you, eat G3's plate when you return.
Okay, so grappling.
Okay.
Yeah, blah 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 blah. Alright, make a grapple. Strength athletics to contest their strength athletics. So it's just a contest of athletics.
Be right back, guys. I'm gonna get a drink.
Give me one too.
Balls.
Alright, well, he rolled worse.
All right, so I will use my. He says you can move them, so essentially I'm going to move him in front of me so that he slows it down.
Alright, so he's like ding 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 ding. You know, his head smacking the poles as they're coming around. He's like dazed and he lays there on the floor.
And then I drop him and get on.
Yeah, okay. So then by the time you get on, G3 also like jumps on with you.
That's fine.
And
Does
Is
the
it-
crowd like that or no?
yeah, no, they're like super cheering. They're like, "Whoa, yeah, that's amazing!" Yep. All right, so it's spinning pretty fast, but like not too fast that you can't hang on.
We can go faster.
Yeah, but
But
you're starting to feel like a little bit woozy. So roll a Constitution check,
all right, Constitution check. Okay.
Constitution save, I should say.
Don't forget to use cyber resistance if you need it.
Oh, Ramus. All right, Ramus. So
I mean, I can add D4 to it, but you know, but
Yeah,
that's
it's probably not gonna make a difference.
no, okay. So you feel really sick and you throw up, and everybody's like, "Boo!"
Oh,
I mean,
no.
statistically, I'm really rolling like shit here.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So these other guys,
So I gotta get off and eat another plate, right?
yeah. Well, you have to eat a total of 6 plates, yeah.
Well, no, yeah, okay.
So, but you are still like by far the first one to get off. G3 made his sickness check, and then
Yeah,
these
I told
other
you, eat D3's plate.
yeah,
Well, I can just sit at the other guy right here.
Eat his
Alright.
plate.
that's a good idea actually. And so these guys like eventually get on, and I'm just gonna roll 2 saves for half of them. Ooh, so two of them throw up. So to mark them, these guys need extra, and then these guys also need extra because all 4 of these guys throw up. Okay, so right now, G3 is the only person that does not need to eat an extra plate.
Now G4 is the one who I like knocked the shit out of, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
This is cool because G3 is probably going to eat the poison feed next.
Oh man. All right. So yeah. So these guys. So everybody. This happens to be another like pretty distinctly nasty plate. It's like dog skins and nasty stuff. So try to make another. make another Constitution save. Fairly easy one. All right, sweet. Yeah, no, you eat it no problem. All right, so G3 makes his save. He's able to scarf down the pieces, although you notice that his pieces look different than your pieces, but normally everybody's like eating uniform pieces.
Take me.
Okay, so both of you guys are able to get back to the spinny thing. It's not spinning super fast yet. They didn't spin it as fast, so you could, I guess, grapple him and slow it down, or speed it up, or just jump on, or
Jump on and push him off.
I'll jump on and speed it up.
okay. All right, make a strength check to see how much you speed it up. Okay. All right, now make a strength save to see if you can stay on it. All right, you stay on it. Spinning around, G3 gets thrown off.
Nice.
Okay, and then eventually you've spun around several times, and the rest of these hooligans show up. And so you're spinning. Let me see. Okay, so he stands up. You can tell that he's like his stomach, like he's like hurting, like hunching on his stomach, holding his stomach and stuff. But he's not like killed over yet or anything like that. But he jumps on with the rest of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But you're way ahead. So you're on plate number 4. This is 5.
5.
All right, yeah, this is number 5. Okay, so it's just a normal plate. So you're scarfing it down, just scarfing it down. All 4 of these guys, get back at about the same time. Let's see. G3, man, he's powering through. His stomach hurts. You can tell he's like making horrible groans, but he's still sticking in there with you. Okay, so you're able to down your plate pretty quick.
This is plate 5, the last one.
This is plate 5, but you know that you threw up, so you're gonna have to eat a total of 6 plates.
Right, so I have a problem in that. That's his last plate.
Yes, he's eating his last plate, but you made it there first. But you know that you still have to go one more round.
So after G3 eats this plate, he has to go spin one more time, and he's done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You would.
I think it's time for G3 to fall asleep at the plate.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
I was gonna
G-
say, that's
G3
better
is
than
just
my
like-
plan. I was just gonna hex him on his constant.
G3 is just like plowing through, just eating. All of a sudden, he's like,
Nice.
he's like balls face first in his plate.
So now the question is, if there's enough HP left, do more goblins fall asleep too?
It would only be the guy like behind him that's not competitive because it's only like a 20-foot radius.
So yeah, the king is like standing up on his table right behind him, and he's not really
He
affected.
does not have. Yeah, I'm sure he has more hit points than that.
So he is not affected. All right, so you're able to get on there, John, and do some spinny things pretty easy. All right, so Goblin 3 wakes up, and he's like, "Arr, arr, arr." His like stomach's like hurting, and like you could tell that like he's like
You're saying he is so sick that it wakes him up from sleep.
well he starts like kind of like bubbling at the mouth and stuff, and like falls over.
You've never been woken up with an upset stomach?
No, I get you. I'm just saying I realized it was that serious. That's intense.
Yeah, dude, if he takes poison damage.
Yeah.
He's laying on the ground.
He collapses.
So, about the time that you are getting off the spinny thing, or actually, John, make another Constitution check.
Yep.
As you're spinning to not get sick.
I like how the plate of dog food just went for a spin.
All right. So you're able to keep it in just fine. You're like gut's like, all right, no more of this throwing up bullshit. So you make it back to the table for your final plate. These guys, they're like just taking it easy. They're like, fuck this, man, we're schooled. All right, so the last plate is like this like extra plate level is like horrible. It's like unemptied intestines and just like like I can't even think of like nasty stuff, but just the worst of the worst nasty of like dog stuff. So make a Constitution check to be able to
You can definitely
Down
see a
that.
piece of a butthole in there.
yeah.
That's
All right, so yeah, you're able to, you take a big bite of that intestine, and you feel that,
Shit in your
the
mouth.
the shit in your mouth, but you're just like, just able to down it.
I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, guys. 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to down it. It's pretty gross, but you can do it.
Tiny
And-
is the stallion that will mount the world.
So these
Wow.
guys eventually get back to their like extra plate, and some of them there's like two of them at each like give up and just like, man, fuck this, I'm not eating dog shit. And the other two are like trying real bad, trying real hard, to get through it, struggling. And you're able to jump on. So make one last check not to fall off or throw up. To throw up, I guess.
I could take it slow, right?
Yeah, it's not going real fast right now, and you're in the lead, so it's gonna be a pretty easy check.
This is a shitty roll. I'm using Martin's thing.
Use it.
You should probably use it because you don't have another plate. Okay, yeah, you're able to jump off, and you're able to get back to the table, and everybody's like cheering, whoa, yeah. You're able to get back to the table first. These guys don't even like do their last like spinning round, and they're like not feeling well.
I start chanting Tiny. I'm trying to get other people to chant.
Yeah, so people start chanting Tiny. Durka gives you a high five.
Jesus.
So everybody's like cheering, saying how awesome you are at eating, dog, and how much they hate dogs, and dogs are stupid, and all dogs should die, and stuff like that. Okay, so then the king asks you to stand up on him with the table over here. So you come up onto the table, and he's like, "Everyone, welcome Ramus champion of the dog eating contest. And he's like, a huge round of applause. And like the whole place like, erupts and cheers and stuff. And finally, Peridot and the goblins over here are like, stop fisticuffing, to to be able to like cheer. And pat you on the back, and Ramus is clearly showed that he has earned the respect of the Goblin Clan. Yay! Here's to Ramus, hip hip hooray! And so he like motions for you to step down. He's like, and for our next test, the Wolf Riding Rat Roundup. And so he, it'll be conducted back in the cave pit. So if everyone would, in an orderly fashion.
I just got back. What's getting conducted?
Oh, so
Your test.
Ramus won. He congratulated Ramus, had him stand up on the table, everyone cheered. And he is saying that they are getting ready to go to the next test, which is the Wolf Riding Rat Roundup. Okay, so everybody goes in orderly fashion to the pit.
Oh no!
Alright, so I'm not going to put your like token Peridot
Okay.
on a wolf. I'm just going to name a wolf Peridot and give you control of it.
Cool.
So that'd be easy. Give me 1 second to do that. Okay, and so yeah, you should have control over that.
Good times.
Riding a wolf should be similar to riding a dog. You should be used to this, Billy.
The spirit of former characters I've played comes to me. It says, use the meat grinder.
Use the meat grinder. Okay, so all of the wolves are on the edge. They have like a rope around them, around their neck. Their like collar and stuff. And each person is around. Each goblin that's getting ready to do the trial is like on the ledge above the wolf.
So what's the disposition of these wolves? Do they look like snarly and crazy, or?
They definitely look a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But they are. You believe them to be trained for as much as goblins could probably. I mean, goblins are can be good trainers, I guess, but goblins always like to have a little bit of a wild aspect.
Yeah. I just was making sure that task number 1 was not to get eaten by the wolf. You know what I mean?
Right. No. I mean, you believe that you could do stuff to piss off your wolf,
Yeah.
and that it wouldn't obey you. But these are trained. These are
Sure.
trained wolves.
I'm going to be kind of hanging out next to Peridot before he jumps down in there because I'm going to cast guidance on him before he jumps in his wolf.
Okay. Okay. So the king stands up on the board across the way. And he's like, "Welcome back to the pit for one of the more glorious challenges, the Wolf Riding Rat Roundup. Everybody knows that the goblins hate rats, not as much as dogs, but quite a bit. So, and we always have rat problems in our caves, so it has become quite the tradition that goblins are quite the rat rounduppers. So it is fitting that one of the contests be the person who can round up the most rats. It is pretty straightforward. We will give you a choice. You can have a a choice of catcher and catcher tool and a bag, a burlap sack. So he shows like a kind of like a big kind of like butterfly, like a fishing net, kind of like a butterfly net, but you know what I mean. Kind of one of those at range like
Like what you're thinking.
lassos that you can kind of like pull tight, like to get dogs. Or like a throwable net that has like a rope attached to it. And he says, you can pick whichever one you want. And then, like, everybody picks like some different ones. So
All right, I'm gonna try to get a net that you can throw with a rope on it.
Okay.
All right. Now, Martin, that ability you cast on me, is it something I can just like? I pick a particular thing I'm trying to do and say I want to use it.
It's just like what John had, only it's with an ability check instead of a save.
Okay.
So any ability check, which is like skill checks and whatnot, any of those that you roll before or after the roll, you can choose to roll a d4 and add it to it for the next minute.
Cool.
If you end up using it, you can find a way to be able to round about to where I'm at. I'll try and lean down there and slap you a high five as you go by and give you another.
Cool.
I'll try to follow you somewhat around the pit so that I'm not too far away from you.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm at one end, which would be nice.
Yeah. How deep is the pit, JJ?
I mean, it's like it's 10 feet down.
Mm.
So it requires a bit of
Thomas,
like.
you might want to follow along behind me and have the back end of my shirt so I don't fall in when I try to lean down and high five Billy.
Okay. So the king asks if there are any questions. No questions. Very well.
This is a full contact sport, right?
As all goblin sports are, yes. Alright, so he's like, on your mark, get set, go, and you have to like jump into the pit next to your wolf.
I shall jump into the pit next to my wolf.
Okay. So, looking at your wolf, you know that your wolf looks a little bit old.
Yeah.
You were clearly not given like the stud wolf of them all.
I prefer him seasoned up good.
Right. You can look over. You can only really see G1's wolf, and G1's wolf, looks pretty nice, but it's not like the super stud wolf either.
Yeah.
So it. I don't even see John on my screen.
Yeah, I don't even see him on mine.
Same here.
So yeah.
Okay.
Your wolf is, just like waiting for you, to start this off.
Would it be possible for me just to skip the pleasantries and like slide down the side of the pit directly onto my wolf?
Sure. Okay, so all of the wolves have like a kind of a makeshift saddle on them.
Okay.
Well, not really makeshift, like an actual kind of legitimate, leather riding saddle.
Good times.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to slide down onto the wolf, and as soon as you do, you kind of like you land in the saddle, and you're like, yeah, let's do this, and then like you, if you can see my picture here,
Yep.
like you're like you come down, and you're like, yeah, let's do this, and you're like your saddle just kind of like falls off
Oh,
on the other side.
Oh, so it's been cut on the bottom or something?
Yeah.
Ride bareback, Billy. You don't need it.
Son of a bitch. Alright. His face is gonna get
Bareback.
again. Alright, fine, it's bareback time.
I don't see Corey on mine either, actually.
Yeah, he's
I don't
gonna
see Corey either.
All right, I'm refreshing. Hold on, before we start this. Hello.
There's Joe and Martin. I see them.
Oh, I hear John now.
There's Corey. But everyone else.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think I can see everybody now.
Yep,
Well,
I'm
you know
good
what?
now.
I could hear Jonathan earlier, but now I don't hear anything from him.
Wow.
Oh, there he is.
That's because he wasn't saying anything.
In this thing. Okay.
All right. So
Um,
yeah, you slid off the other side onto the ground.
I guess I'm gonna hold the saddle up
So-
above my head and be like, "Woo!" and just throw it.
All right. Okay.
So the point of this game, just so I understand, is to capture as many rats as possible.
Yeah, he has a burlap sack, and you're supposed to catch rats and throw them in your burlap sack.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I got an idea.
Just to make sure that the map is accurate, do I see
There
both
are 20
steering
rats.
Huh?
steering guy and protected guy up, like not down in the pit? They're both up above.
All right. Yeah, actually, sure. You do see him, except now he is his face.
I thought it was protected. It was his face.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Okay, so this is protect or and
This is-
this is okay. Yep, they are there, both there. And then when Billy falls on the ground, you see like the protector like chuckle like. So yeah, okay. So
I'm gonna
Billy.
let go.
Hey, you know
um,
what? I'm cool with that.
So while you're throwing up the saddle and you're like, getting back on your wolf, you see that like, G1 has like, caught a rat and
Son of a
you
bitch.
taken, it's like put it in a sack.
Okay.
He is like the fishnet style, and he's just like going kind of like polo, like like real horse polo, just
Yeah.
like scooping up a rat and throwing it in his sack.
Cool.
So does that mean G1 seems to be doing the best so far?
Well, you can't really. So this is, Billy can't really see around this. But Eula, you could see that. The others are, at it, but G1's the only one that has really gotten anybody right now. Gotten a rat.
Then I'm going to cast Mage Hand invisibly again,
Okay.
and at some point when G1 is scooping a rat to put it in there, I want to use a ready to action for one of my special uses of Mage Hand, which is to remove an item stowed in someone else's container. It's gonna help the rat out.
the rat out. Okay. Well,
if-
I mean, you could. So he's really close to you right now, and you have a pretty good view of him. You feel that, that you could probably just snatch it out of his bag currently, because like the bag's not sealed or anything, and
Okay.
you could probably
Then,
just
yeah,
pull the
I'll,
current out.
Yeah, I'll just boost the rat out and onto the ground nearby.
Okay. Yep. So you're able to do that.
Nice.
He thinks he's winning. He doesn't notice. Thinks he's like doing really awesome. He still sees Peridot on the ground.
Pedals,
Okay.
can you put things in a bag?
Yeah.
If we were to like spread out and start finding rats that are not in the pit, could we give them to you to put in Billy's bag?
I could try. I mean, somebody could see that happening.
Yeah, but I mean, all they see is a rat jump into a bag.
A rat escaping from a bag is much easier to believe than a rat magically jumping into a bag.
Hey, they can believe whatever they want. They can't prove we did it.
Well, I can try to be sneaky about it, but
It's probably not going to be too terribly different than Peridot's plan of talking to the rats and asking them to get in his bag.
Hey, it's a good plan, okay?
Hey, just be like, you're gonna die. These goblins are gonna kill you if you don't get in my bag.
Right. So if he's going to be doing that anyway, we might as well add to the number.
just for mechanical purposes, for JJ's sake, in order for other people not that I'm doing something, so I have to gesture when I do it. I
Right.
have to use sleight of hand versus their perception. So
Okay.
it's not exactly like
Most like 99% of the people are like wouldn't even be watching you at all. Like not even have disadvantage. Like not even noticing you all.
Protector probably is though.
Let's say piss
yeah.
face protector.
Yeah,
probably
Protector and
will
Piss
be.
Face probably would. They have a bone to pick with you all.
I can run interference.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. So Billy, you like throw the saddle away.
Actually, we should get Ramos to run interference because they're afraid he's going to piss on them again.
Actually, Lorcan, don't worry about it. I'll just take rats out of G1 and stick them directly in Parados. You don't have to find new rats.
That works.
That's pretty awesome. All right.
Yeah. I'll head over to behind Protector.
Yeah, Ramos Pissface's face looks a little dry.
All right. So they like see you come over, and they're like clearly like, what do you want, asshole? Blah 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 blah.
You look thirsty.
Pissface comes over too, and he's like, ah, fuck you! You pissed on my face. I will piss on your face. I will piss on your mother's face. And then like, goes into fisticuff mode. So like, you guys starting. It's if you can tell, it's a trend that like goblins like to like fist fight. So
That's fine, but they're not watching you all.
right.
So.
So now you guys are like in fisticuffs. So it's like you're able to get punches in on them. They're able to get punches in on you, but like, it's not like ever gonna end in somebody actually getting really hurt. So at least not right now, anyways.
So John could hurt them if he wants.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you really wanted to like hurt them, you could, but you can tell that they're like not like pulling ships out and shaking it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell that they're just angry, like fist fighting it out, and that's just normal for goblins. All right, Billy. So what's your strategy?
Well, I don't think talking to these rats is going to coax them into my bag. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. Is there a way for me to kind of get a read on it? Do these rats look like they're running around panicked, like they wouldn't?
Yeah. Rats, they're straight panicked. Like they're
They're
being
being
chased by
wolves.
wolves. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I'm just going to try to bag one, normal style.
They might get into the bag to get away from the wolves. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So try to bag one. Do.
Okay, what am I doing?
That would be a melee with the weapon with the catcher you chose. That would be a ranged attack to try to hit it.
Okay. I'm probably a little bit better at melee. Is it possible to use it as a melee weapon?
I will
Chose the wrong catcher.
I will let you realize that retroactively and be like, wait, I'm a melee guy, so I should probably have gotten the
Butterfly net.
the butterfly net, or
Okay.
we'll say fish net, or the collar thing. What do you call those? Like extend, like the animal control has them that have like a little lasso that they can like pull tight.
Yeah.
There was
I don't know, I forget what that's called.
They're in the first book of the Wheel of Time, Joe. Do you remember the name of it?
What are those called?
Or wait, what, man catcher?
Yeah, more or
Yeah.
less.
I'll use one of those. Sounds real simple.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be
Catcher is probably right.
that'll be a melee attack.
Okay.
According to Google, they're called catch-alls, which is a brand, or catch-poles.
Catch
Catch pole. Okay. All right. Well, I'll run up and try to catch pole that guy.
All right, catch pull that guy. That's
Yeah.
what you got.
I'll just make a melee attack. Bam.
All
yeah.
right. Yeah. All right. So you're able to
Killed the rat for 9 damage.
you're able to catch a rat.
That rat got it.
All right.
I
So
just put him in my bag.
G1 says, "I see you finally caught your first rat." Ha ha ha.
Faraday, I sent you. I cast a message on you and whispered something to you.
Oh.
All right. So G1.
JJ, I'm also going to watch for G1 to pass by any of the other wolves. After they pass by them, I'm going to send a message to G1 to tell them that whichever one he passes just took a rat out of his bag without him noticing.
Wait. So sorry. Say that again. Which ones?
So G1, the one that Joe took the rat out of the bag and put
Yeah.
in Billy's bag, if he ever crosses paths with any of the other Gs, I'm gonna send him a message and say that G just snuck a rat out of his
Okay.
bag and put it in his own.
All right. So yeah.
Hey, JJ,
Yeah.
I can move after attacking. This is 5th, and you can do that.
Yep.
I'll try to move towards the rest of those rats after my attack. Is that okay?
Yeah. No, totally. It's totally. That's cool. You
Press that
notice that all the rats are starting to go. So G1 was kind of like chasing the rats in this direction,
Yeah.
but you see that they like saw the wall and kind of like have circled back to the open area.
Gotcha. How much movement does the wolf have?
So the wolf has quite a bit of movement. So pretty much you can do something like, with like an intent. I mean, you can tell me what your intent is, but
I just kind of want to get around the corner so I can see what's going on
Okay,
in the
yeah.
perimeter area.
all right, cool. So yeah, you just see like these wolves and rats just like running in circles, and the rats like like running, or like just scurrying, and
Cool. Got it.
Alright.
All right, that's good for me.
All right, so Eula, I'm gonna let you with your nice. Actually, you don't. You have a decent. So you're able. Eula and Lorcan are gonna be the only two that can actually really tell the turn order. Turn order is like who's currently in the lead, like actually really in the lead.
Okay, cool.
So you guys have that information, and the rest of you do not.
Okay.
Okay, so Billy, are you like chasing after rats, or are you like
Yes.
trying to like fuck up G1, or
I'm chasing after rats right now.
okay?
If G1 gets a couple more rats in his bag, it might be worth it to like tackle him, beat him up, and take his bag. But for right now, it's not worth it, you know.
All right, G1, Mr. Rat this time.
I shall taunt him.
For a second time.
Hey, you.
Hey, Lorcan, can you prevent G1 from acting for a few rounds in some way? Do you have any way to do that?
I
Can you like charm him, or
mean, I could try to charm him, but that's
I'm only thinking I can put the rats to sleep and make it really easy for Billy to pick up multiple per round.
Oh yeah.
the charm thing I have only lasts a round, so I'd be able to stop him for a round if he failed.
Just trying to think of ways to prevent G1 from taking advantage of the rats being asleep.
Did you see what I messaged you, JJ?
Oh yeah.
I could shoot him in the face. That would work, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, it's entirely possible. The other thing I consider is it's entirely possible that the rats have such low HP that I might put the G1's wolf to sleep.
Hey, that's fine.
If you
Right.
can't ride a wolf, you can't collect rats.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that, JJ, whenever I get an opportunity.
Okay.
I'm going to cast sleep like right here-ish. Which should should get like all the rats. Wait.
All right.
His goal is to get all the rats.
Give me your total number HP.
It is, magic number is
Nice.
28.
That's
Wait, why did it happen twice?
I don't know, but you got the same roll, so
We're on the same number both times. It's 5d8, so it rolls pretty consistent.
yeah. Okay, nice. Okay.
So I basically wanted to get all the rats in G1, but not Perdo or his wolf. So
All right. So yeah, all four of these rats and G1's wolf are asleep. Yeah, and it's just like so. G1's wolf like falls down and just like, and like he's like, what the fuck?
Young Goblin, I believe your fatness has worn out your wolf.
All right, so these two rats are over here, and so this wolf is totally asleep, and these four rats are asleep. So Billy, you can pretty much easily scoop up rats if you want.
Doing it.
All right, so you scoop up those two rats, and
Joe uses his mage hand to put a third one in your bag.
no, I mean Billy was able to scoop up two by himself.
Yeah.
That not work. There we go, and poor G1's got 0. Yes, fucked him over. All right.
Sucks.
All right, so G1 like punches his wolf, kicks him really hard. The wolf like wakes up kind of like startled, but he's back in the fight though now.
You will only wear him out a second time.
All right, so you back to wolf catching Billy.
Oh yes, sir. I'd like to catch these two.
Rat catching.
Rat catching. Yeah, rat
Yeah.
catching.
I'd like to make a swipe at these 2 rats right up here.
Okay, so to be able to swipe both of them right now,
Yeah.
since G1's kind of contesting you, like he got back up, it's kind of like contesting you.
Hmm.
Do a hold on, let me look.
I could tell him to talk to the hand because the face don't understand.
Do a handle animal.
Okay.
Do an opposed handle animal. Let's see what these guys got.
This is gonna get weird.
Because your wolves like knock into each other really hard, and you're both trying to use your wolves to like zone the other one out to get these 2 rats.
Don't forget, Billy, you have guidance that you can add to that.
I shall use the guidance. What is it?
Roll another D4 and add it to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 11.
I have too many page markers.
Did you say Q1's wolf is also freaking out on him?
No, Q1's wolf was the one that was asleep, but he like kicked it, woke it back up, and now is contesting Billy. The wolves are like ramming into each other, like trying to compete for these 2 rats. All right.
Ooh, it's a tie.
So you tie, so neither of you get these rats, and you like run over the rats and like wake them up and run away. So you guys are fighting over these rats.
Okay, hey JJ.
Yep.
So, oh my god, G3 is still in range.
Okay.
G3 was just out of range before. Now that G3 is in range, I've got 30-foot range.
Okay.
I'm going to try to slip a rat out of G3's bag and then drop it over into Peridot's bag.
Okay. So you're able to do that. Do your sleight of hand.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So yeah, you're able to pull a rat out and like slide it across the ground so it looks like a scurry and jumping into Peridot's.
I don't know why they like me so much.
Okay. All right. So these guys over here are continuing.
I'm going to go over here on this log and I'm going to lay down on it and put my hand down there and say, Peridot, slap my hand for good luck.
Poor G1, still 0 rats.
He thinks he's got one.
Sure, I think he's got one.
Wrong.
Okay. So there's a huge like rat conglomeration over here with this crew. There's this crew going on over here. Billy actually everybody. So the Lorcan, Eula, and Durka roll a perception check.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
And Durka. Oh, wait, did you? No, Durka. Roll your.
I did, right there in the middle. 14.
Why do I not see it?
It's an
Oh,
orange.
oh, okay, it's an orange. Okay, nope. All right, so nobody sees this. Okay, so Billy, what is your intent?
Guys, I think I failed a spot check. You know what?
You're going to pick up a rat.
I
Don't
have
get
a-
behind.
I have a lot of rats around right now. I feel like I could like yell, "Run into that hole over there," and maybe make a hole with an illusion and have them run into the hole.
And put the hole, and put your bag right behind the hole.
That's kind of the thought.
Okay, all right. So,
So, yeah, I'm gonna create an illusion.
okay.
Uh,
Does your speaking with animals, does that require like a spellcast, or is that just like always on?
yeah, it's always on. It's kind of like just something I
Okay.
do. I just
Okay.
know how to talk. I'm gonna put my bag on the ground, cast an illusion of a hole in it. I'm like, quick, run to the safety of this hole.
All right. So where are you throwing it?
Like right down next to my wolf.
All right.
Like, look at
So
oh, not there.
you're a very intelligent person. You know that you
Yeah.
should probably not throw it right down next to your wolf. 'Cause
Okay. Yeah. You know what? This plan's bogus. I'm just gonna net one of them.
I think you should try it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna go do it over here,
Okay.
so it's at least a little away from the other wolves.
Okay. So yeah,
So
you throw your bag over there, and you say, "Get to the hole," and you throw your hole. So 3 rats run in, but 4 rats run out.
Of course. Into the hole. Into the hole, rats. Into it. Son
I
of
was
a
like,
bitch.
yes. Oh, that's good. Classic. Okay. Yeah, so you now have 3 rats. 3 rats run in, 4 rats run out. Okay. So G3, some other people gonna scoop up some rats.
I see what you're doing, Joe. I see it.
Okay. And G1 finally gets one.
We gotta fix that.
Again.
All right. So yeah, you realize that was an unfortunate plan to throw your bag on the ground to let the rats escape because they want to get out of the bag as much as possible. All right. So yeah, Durka and who did I say? Actually,
No, not me. It was Lorcan and
yeah, Lorcan and Eula know that you can see over here that G5's like pretty uncontested over here running about by himself, just scooping up rats.
Mhm.
While a big majority of the rats are over here currently, but G5's like pretty uncontested.
All right, sounds good. I will cast Grease under G5.
Okay. Like under his on the wolf, like under his saddle,
I
underneath the
can
wolf.
only do it on the ground now.
Okay.
So it's on the ground. I'm just hoping the wolf will fall over. He's going to fall out over as well, maybe drop the bag. Same thing will happen to him, except he won't get rats inside.
Yeah.
Let me check what the check is. I think it's like athletics or something.
Okay.
No, it's hard. It's a dexterity save.
Oh, it's a save.
Would it be the wolf save?
Yeah, I would guess so.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a dexterity save. DC.
Shit. Hold on. I did not mean to do that. Ignore that.
Oh, it's a good saving throw, though.
Good meaning bad meaning good.
Exactly.
Okay. So the wolf's saving throw. He fails it. Alright. And so the guy falls off the wolf trips over, and he is going to the goblin is going to make a strength athletics check to be able to hold on to the bag. Alright, so he's able to hold on to his bag. Like he's able to hold it closed as he falls off.
Sure.
But he's on the ground.
I
Alright,
wish
so
there was a version like in D&D of the thing to do at basketball games where they wave the wiggly things behind the free throw shot,
yeah. Distraction.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that area,
That's called minor illusion, Billy.
Alright, so G1's gonna bag his second. Alright, so Billy, what you want to do?
All right. I'm going to create an illusion of a rat running out of hole. I'm going to grab my bag first thing. And then I'm going to
Okay.
create an illusion of, you know what? I can create several rats. How many rats can I fit in a 5-foot square?
Probably like 7 or 8.
I'll have 8.
Okay.
Like run out of it into like a square, just kind of like swarm in that square, like they don't know where to go or what to do.
Okay. Where do you want to put it?
I think if my hole is right here, it's probably best to put those rats right here in front of it. I mean,
Okay.
to be fair about what I can do with the spell.
G1's like, holy shit, rat jackpot.
The rat pot.
The rat pot. Okay. Sorry, yeah, G1 is totally confused, or totally in on it. G3 probably doesn't see it because he's literally surrounded by like 4 rats
Yeah.
who are like scattering. Alright, G5's laying on the ground. And he's like getting back on his thing. Okay, so yeah, that was your round. Alright, so next, what do you want to do this time, Billy?
I'm just gonna lasso a rat, man. I'm gonna go
All right.
put this rat over here, and I'm gonna be like F you and rat him.
Alright, melee attack.
When Billy comes that close, can I reach him?
Yeah.
All right, I will reach down and slap some guidance on him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hail.
Alright, so you got the rats. G1's like scooping at like illusionary rats. He's like, damn you! Like, what's he why won't they go in the bag? Yeah, so he like totally like interacts with them and like just swipes straight through an illusion. He's like, no. Alright, so G5 like is able to like pull his wolf off the oil slick and is like gotten back on. G4 catches this rat. But, alright.
I'm going to ready an action for when G4 gets within 30 feet of me, which I assume is going to probably happen sooner since that's where the rats are.
Mhm.
So pick a rat from G4 and it's going to slip it over to Peridot.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm waiting for G4.
Okay. So yeah, G4 comes over here.
Aha!
Okay. Alright, so roll sleight of hand. Okay. Alright, so you're able to steal a rat from G4.
Yeah.
Alright, so Peridot, this is where the rats are. G1 still like cursing the sky with his 2 rats. So where do you want to go and get
I'd
your
like to lasso this rat.
Alright. Ranged.
Melee, right?
Yeah, or yeah, why don't I say ranged? Melee. Alright.
Okay.
13, you're able to get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So G1 is like he's like super pissed, so he like goes with the vengeance over here and grabs this rat. It's an illusion. G3 is able to get this rat. G5 is able to get this rat. I already said G4 got that rat. Alright, so you notice there are only just a few rats left.
Mm.
And you Billy don't have like any clue how many rats are left.
Yeah.
So you notice that the closest rat to you would be, well, pretty much they're equidistant, this one and this one.
Yeah.
And you would also know that G3, G4, and G5 are like looking at that rat, and G1 is looking at this rat.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ, just FYI, it looks like we're not using the 3.5 distance.
Okay. Let me change that real quick. Alright, fixed.
Oh, plan.
Yeah, okay, better, thanks.
Okay. So what you want to do, Billy?
Well, I would like to cast a spell to have a rat pop up right here from under the dirt where he dug up from where he thought he was safe. And he's like, "Oh no, they've spotted me! Oh, what am I to do?"
Okay.
Then I'm going to use my action surge as a fighter and do the whole fighter thing and go over here and nab this rat, the real one.
All right. Do your attack. All right. So all three of these guys run at each other and smack each other, and to get the fake rat. So do your melee attack to get this rat.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get it.
eat it, rat.
Nice. G1 is able to go over here and get this rat. Okay. So you like look around, Billy, because you have line of sight. You don't see any rats,
Cool.
but you know.
I yell at
You, okay, but you know, like you see, like G4, like is able, like they're like he thinks that he sees a rat. You
Oh,
can tell.
well, I'm going to go check it out too then, clearly.
Right. Okay. So you and G4 run over here and are like fighting for this last rat. Like he's,
Yeah.
So do a handle animal check.
Okay. Just a second here.
Okay. Well, he's an idiot and he like runs into this wall. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. So Billy.
Woo-hoo.
So you have your sack of rats, and everybody has their sack of rats.
I did maybe a third of that myself. Yes.
And the king comes out, and he's like, "All contestants, to the to the area of whatever," he says. And so everybody comes over here with their like bag of rats. I'm just gonna use these goblins for now. And everybody individually pulls out the rats from their bag, and everybody's like, he's like, pull out one rat, and then all five of you pull out one rat, and everybody's like, woo. Then he's like, pull out another rat, and everybody pulls out two, and everybody's like, woo. And then he's like, and another. And he's like, everybody pulls out three, and the crowd's like, yeah. And then he's like, and again. And then everybody except G3 pulls one out. And so he kind of steps back, and the crowd's like, yeah. And he's like, and another. And then everybody, only Peridot and G5 pull out one. And the crowd's like, yeah. Oh my god, yeah, this is amazing. And then he's like, and again. And then only you are able to pull out another rat. And
Yeah.
then the crowd's like, yeah, wow. And then you're just like,
then you pull out two more just
yeah,
for fun.
exactly. And then when the crowd dies down, you just reach in and pull out two more rats and just showing off. And the crowd's like, oh my god. So yeah.
I'm always say something, and he even had 4 rats escape.
So yeah, the king is like, very well done, Peridot. You are clearly the best rat catcher among us. Those services will come in great, mighty handy when we have the rat infestations. You will lead the goblin rat catching armies.
I'm
You will
curious.
Cool.
be their commander.
I'm curious as to whether it seems like the Goblin King really means that. In other words, I'm trying to figure out if he's just saying that because of the show, or if
All right,
and,
roll a perception.
or what.
Roll a perception.
Oh, lame.
Okay, yeah, you would think that he genuinely thinks that Peridot is an amazing rat catcher, and that Peridot is going to lead the goblin realm into great, rat catching adventures.
We're going to smash some rats. Wait a minute. I don't have an interest in rat smashing.
So yeah, everybody's
Same on
super,
TV.
super cheering.
Mashed rats
And
are actually good food.
say that again, Joe.
Mashed rats are actually good food.
Okay. Right. So he's like, and this concludes the goblin, warrior trials. Please, in an orderly fashion, head back over to the banquet hall.
Like everything with him is in orderly fashion.
I
And
got
everybody rushes back.
distracted there. My dog was having seizures, so
Oh.
Sorry.
he had 2 in a row. So that's kind of bad.
Rough.
Alright. So let me clean this up just real quick. Alright.
Max came over when he said that, so solidarity from the Dog Kingdom. He's okay, Max.
Alright. So he asks the winners of the trial to come stand up on stage. And so the 3 winners, he explains, Eula, the rider of Squiggly Noir, Ramus, the dog eatingest amongst us, Peridot, the raunchiest wolf riding rat roundup catcher winner.
I have a ready
And
action to run just in case.
do what?
I have a ready action to run just in case.
Okay. All right.
Like,
Yeah,
if
he-
it seems to go south.
He's like, these toplanders have earned their right in into our goblin ranks. Those toplanders that are also with them, have earned our trust, and they are friends of the Goblin clan, and he takes little medals and puts it on each one of you, and it's one has a little they're very rudimentary, and one is made out of just copper, and one has a crappily carved out Squiggly Noir, and one has a picture of a dog, and then another one has a picture of a rat in a sack of rats, and they hang them around Gerald's neck.
I want to look at the steering.
Corey and I are the Chewbacca's in this group.
I want to look at the staring protector goblin and smile directly at him.
Okay, yeah, you're able to find him in the crowd, and he's super pissed off. That you all have bested him in his attempt to make the protected goblin one of the goblins of status, that only can be gained from winning a goblin trial. Okay, so he tells you all to, live it up. The goblin trials are over. With the conclusion of the goblin trials comes a great celebration. So he pulls out, and with that, a whole bunch of goblins start pouring in with trays of food, big cases of goblin beer come in, and everybody's cheering to start eating food and drinking, and so you all are free to partake in that while I piss RL.
Piss RL, I like that.
Actually,
We get some ice.
it reminds me, I need to find some Purell down here somewhere, guys. This place is gross.
We need to ask for some treasure. Hey, now we're friends. Can we have some of your money?
Yeah, man. You get any magic items? We'll totally take those off your hands. Man, okay. I think it's just me and you, Martin.
I thought there was going to be more trials. I thought there was at least one more.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, yeah, there's one more that wasn't going to be down here.
Yeah, but he said it was the conclusion of the trials.
Right. I think. Well, yeah, you're right. I thought there was going to be one more test that wasn't part of the main trials.
I'm actually thinking Lorcan might actually speak up and be like, wait, you said there was going to be one more trial that involved getting a body? I was kind of looking forward to that one.
Didn't we already kind of do that, though?
No, we got a goblin or a ghoul for them, but they said something about the 4th trial was going to be that we had to bring back the best body for the ghoul to eat?
Well, we've got one sitting in an alley not far away.
Not anymore.
it's
I
already been
I already chopped that up and gave it to Garbash when we brought him back.
Oh.
That's why we are friends of Garbash.
No, it's because we saved Garbash from getting killed.
Right. And then I fed him as an example of what kind of life he would have there in that cabin.
My dog is ripping farts, guys.
Eat it.
Ugh. Ugh.
Wow, I beat JJ back.
Yep.
Taking a long piss break.
What kind of ice cream you got there?
Fudge Divinity.
Nice. I had like a stuffed pork chop tonight. It was super good.
Beats mine. I had ramen.
Martin, one of the first weeks I was down here, my boss took me to like a really hot spot ramen noodle place. And like fancy ramen noodles taste a hell of a lot like regular ramen noodles.
Martin, what kind of ramen did you have? Was the chicken or the beef or the shrimp?
Oriental.
Ooh.
Sorry about that. I had like 4 beers and 2 glasses of water and had to piss.
I got ice cream and came back and beat you.
Oh, nice. Well, Sarah was in the shower and like had the door locked and had to wait for her to get shampoo out of her hair so she can lock the door. Okay. So yeah, goblin celebration happening.
Woohoo.
You know, you guys do not feel threatened. The goblins are not like threatening you. Like they're like, you know, cheering your names every time you meet a goblin. The goblin's like, yeah, you're so cool. You're amazing. You know, so
I am very cool.
So yeah, like if you want to live it up, you can.
Now, Lorcan was going to ask something, right? Or is this?
Yeah, like in the celebration, like I was going to approach the king and be like, "So I thought there was a 4th trial that involved a body. I was kind of looking forward to fetching one of those."
He says, "I will come to you tonight with that."
Oh, you will.
Yes, I will.
He's gonna come to you, Martin.
That's what I said. He will come to me tonight.
Rose.
Okay.
Wow.
So, you guys, like, who's, I mean, I would say most of you all, you know, feel pretty comfortable, except maybe Eula. Like it's, you know, you don't, you know, so if your character would, you know, partake in drinking, you get a drunk celebration.
I'm a hermit by nature. I actually like, as with all these people, I'd probably like go off in a corner somewhere. Probably read my Book of Shadows.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I got a crazy book. Maybe he can read it.
Oh yeah.
I actually had a question about that.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're like, you know, feel like reading or whatever, like nothing's written in it right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so partying goes on. You guys are celebrating. You know, you can, you know, eat well if you know, don't want to drink. You don't have to, but all the goblins are. A whole bunch of fights start out, you know, happen. You know, good-hearted, you know, goblin fights. Couple goblins get, you know, shanked and, you know, the
Probably good fun.
Rowdy.
the goblin that shows you all to your quarters, like, shows up throughout the later evening and he's like, you know, I'll escort you to your quarters whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So, Martin, or does Lorcan, would you like to go back like early before everyone, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lorcan goes back. He takes you back to. He takes you back to here. So you're there by yourself.
Cool. I'm gonna keep reading my book.
Cool. So eventually the party starts dying down. You know, the fights start happening elsewhere outside the hall. So, you know, the rest of you all, you know, that can end up, you know, back at your quarters.
If he's going to be reading his Book of Shadows, I'm going to see if he could read my book.
Okay.
If we got some
So
downtime.
So yeah, you give your book over to Lorcan, and Lorcan opens it up and starts to look at it, but there's like Lorcan does not seem to see any writing on any of the pages. And she's like, "What kind of fucking book is this?" No writing.
Pretty much. Like you're handing it to me, and I'm gonna be like, "Is this a joke? I'm not finding it funny."
Yeah, it's a joke. I take the book back. Yeah, that was a pretty bad joke.
I all of a sudden wish I prepared explosive rooms today.
Hey. Okay, so yeah, everybody comes back.
Except
Except no, yeah, so everybody makes it back to this place. So as you guys are like bedding in for the night, the king did say that he would come to you. So the king eventually comes to you all, and he's talking to you all, and he's congratulating you all on winning the trials, and he was like, how great of a job you all did, and he kind of pauses eventually, and he's like, to be completely honest, most of the goblin trials it wasn't so much a farce, but it was a requirement that I needed you all to win over the goblins. You all having known this not knowing exactly the goblin secret plan, but knowing just that there is a goblin secret plan. I didn't know what I was going to do with you all, but you all winning the trials, I feel that you all can be a great instrument, a great tool in the you all could be agents of the Brotherhood of Underfoot creatures knocked low, eliminating the overly self-righteous. We call them agents of Buckler.
What?
Nice.
So, as an agent,
Underfoot plan. Cut one off and two more grow.
so he's like, yes, I did tell you that there would be the 4th trial. This is actually the real trial that will see if you are useful to me or if I should cut ties or part ways with you on a what do you say? You say something witty that you all would understand that he means that he would probably like execute you all or something if that's how he would separate from you all. He says, so you all do not have much of a choice to accept. You all know of the Goblin Secret Plan, so you have
We actually don't know the Goblin Secret Plan. We just know there is one.
Yes, he says, you know that there is a Goblin Secret Plan.
who would believe?
I'm going to tell you the secret plan, and the plan is this.
Dylan.
He says, as you can see here, all of these creatures here in this dungeon have many things. They are very unique, but have one thing in common. They all, at some point or some form of fashion, can daze, sleep, petrify, paralyze their targets. The Goblin secret engineers have been building a bomb, a dirty bomb you would call it, to paralyze a mass crowd, at which point we will be attempting to steal an artifact of Dreadwall. This artifact which you do not need to know about currently, which you may, if you do prove yourself, you could learn about later. But first, the trial of finding me the body. There is an investigator who has been running around District 9 who has actually uncovered a few pieces of our goblin plan.
I'll kill him.
I need you to bring me his cold, dead corpse.
Yes.
And with this cold, dead corpse, you'll be fully initiated as an agent of Buckler. Do you accept your mission?
Oh wait, we're agents of Buckler?
When you are an initiate agent of Buckler,
I guess I
and
was confused. I thought we were opposing agents of Buckler.
no,
Okay.
upon completion of the mission, you will become an agent of Buckler, the Brotherhood of Underfoot Creatures Knocked Low, eliminating the overly self-righteous. Yes. So, things that you must know about this investigator. He is a human investigator, middle age. He is an employee of an individual that you may know, Sir Leo. Gentleman Leo. He is a quite sneaky fellow. He goes around gathering information for Gentleman Leo about events in District 9. He has unfortunately uncovered a few pieces of our goblin plan, and he must be stopped. His name is
Norgold.
No, it's not.
Well, do not make my day.
His name is Holmesmer. Yes, so Investigator Holmesmer. So
Nice.
seek out this man, kill him, bring him to me.
And can you tell us A, like where he is, and B, like how he figured out about your plan?
What he looks like.
I have not personally seen him. I have not been topside in a long time. My goblin scouts, a lot of my goblin workers who have, we'll say, different experiments and trials running in different parts of District 9, have noticed this Holmesmer sneaking about the premises of some of their sites and have reported it to us. He usually wears a hood and cannot very see his face. He is usually scrunched over. He's a bit shorter and always seems to stick to the shadows and moves about rather quickly.
Can you tell us where these sites are so that we can canvas them?
Yes, he gives you a list of like 4 sites. He doesn't tell you what they are. It's just like a location.
Okay.
Do we have like a couple weeks to make this happen?
I will give you 1 week, 7 days.
Do you have tunnels to where we can get to these locations easily, like you do the granary?
Yes, and he gives you a map of the underground.
What about how to open the secret tunnels?
He says that you have to put your hand on the outside of the door and whisper this particular goblin word, and only then will the door open, and that's the only way the door will open. There are no other means to get the door open, so do not forget it. And Do not tell anyone this, or there will be consequences. Because it is our protection.
Okay.
And he says it changes the goblin keyword to open all the portals changes weekly. So you have to report in at least once a week to get the new key, or you will not be able to enter.
Damn, that's some intense magic.
That is how we have stayed alive.
Who puts
So,
up these
do you have
wards?
any-
You must have a pretty good spellcasting goblin around.
Yes, and you have met him, and I'm sure you will meet him again.
Does he happen to be a wizard? Because that would be cool.
I honestly could not tell you exactly what specific type of magic he practices. He dabbles in, seems to be a little bit of everything, and always seems to know a little bit about everything as well.
That should worry you as a king.
Okay.
Couldn't he like overthrow you?
Can I go talk to him?
Do what?
Can I go talk to him?
He is a very finicky man and has a very strict list of priorities to which he is always attending to, and currently you would probably be pretty low on the priority, but if you somehow find yourself high on the priority list, I'm sure he would make it happen.
And you're not worried that he could overthrow your rule, being as powerful as he is?
I do worry. I actually do not worry, because he has always seemed to align pretty parallel to the needs and wants of this goblin community, which are my alignments as well.
Interesting. So, if you have a wizard here or some sort of magical user, do you have access to different pieces of magical knowledge or things that may help us to get this guy?
That is part of the trial. If I helped you too much, it would be too easy, and thus you're not worthy of being an agent of Buckler. So this you must do on your own. Once you have accomplished this, some of my resources will then become yours.
Can we
You have to
get
kill.
cash advance on those resources?
No advances.
You have me at kill.
No. Please sleep here for the night. I hope that you will not dilly-dally too long, so I expect that you all will be off in the morning. So, without any other questions, I will part.
Do we have to be locked up in here now that we're like part of the trusted people?
No, you will not be locked up in here, and you are free to mostly roam about. There are some sections that will still be off limits as they are above your level.
Okay.
What was the name of the wizard guy?
He did not say.
Didn't tell us.
Are you asking him, or
Yeah, I'm asking him.
he says he goes? Actually, I didn't know. I probably should have. He goes by many different names.
I'll tell you one next week.
I'll tell you one next week.
But he does tell me a name.
Yeah, he gives you a name. All right. So I know we're a little bit short, so if you guys want to do some stuff in the night, ask him some more questions, and that's where we all end before you start on the quest to kill Holmes.
I want to go find somebody that can give me access to this magic guy.
All right, so you wander around, and people are like, "Ooh, magic guy! I hope to see him one day before I die."
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna.
Where does he? Nobody knows where he sleeps or anything. Nobody knows where his room is.
Sorry, I'll catch you on a bit.
Later.
See you later, bye.
Right.
Nobody knows where he sleeps. He's some random magic dude.
He's a goblin. A very wise and intelligent and charismatic goblin.
All right, well then I sit down for 10 minutes and I cast detect magic
Yeah,
and I
that's
start
what I-
wandering around.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go with Durga.
Okay. When you cast detect magic, you're in this room. You are nearly overwhelmed by the Morg's head,
Uh-huh.
and that's the only magic that you see in here.
Well, then I go to a different room. I'm walking around the goblin tunnels with the map, just trying to find other magical areas, because I presume that where there's magic, there's a wizard.
Okay. You spend a couple hours roaming through the goblin tunnels.
Well, I spend a minute, and then I cast it again for 10 minutes. And I spend a minute, and I cast
Right.
it again.
Yeah. So you pretty much
That's
spend
for 10 minutes, Corey.
Oh, 10 minutes? Okay, sure. 10
I
to
mean,
10.
you spend
I
a
go
couple
10 to 10.
You spend a couple hours, don't find anything if you want to go that far.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
While I'm going with Durga, I want to be like running my finger down like one side of the wall, just like I'm thinking that he might have anything like blocking off the passageway to his chambers or whatever.
Okay. You also do know. So you guys. So let's see how smart is.
I have a 17 intelligence.
All right. So both of you are pretty smart. You do know that there was a goblin entrance that was undetectable and unopenable without the keyword. So you would assume that that would probably be another case, that there would be undetectable and unopenable other passages.
Right.
Oh, that's right, because even that opening wasn't detectable as magic, was it?
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So you believe that there is some way that it is not detecting as magic. It has undetectable and it is unopenable without the keyword.
Right.
Crystal's magic aura.
So yeah.
So you're saying I need more spells. More spells.
Yes.
Goblins don't have a library, I assume.
No, they do not.
Do they have any place where they trade items or anything like that?
Yeah.
They have like
but
a
it's
you know
closed.
a
It's
general
closed at
goblin
this
store.
hour. Everybody's drunk right now, and it's closed and not open.
It's closed.
Because everybody was at the trials and then the after party, and everybody was got super drunk and stuff.
And by closed, you mean
Like nobody, yeah.
doors closed or
Like a
locked?
bazaar and no one's there. With
Yeah, that's probably more accurately. There's a bazaar and no one's there, so some people probably leave some of their stuff there. So like, if you wanted to like go through,
I just want to peruse what's there at first.
Okay, I'll have to give you a list of goblin
Okay.
shops later.
I like it. Yeah, we can handle that like
More
offline. too.
specifically, does he walk into the bazaar and is there any magic auras?
I'll look. All right,
And
yes.
or is anybody there selling rubies?
there is one magic aura. I'm just gonna say it now, and I'll figure out what it is later.
Nice. And are there rubies?
Probably not on
Probably not.
display, waiting for someone to steal.
Yeah, exactly. You
In a
probably
chaotic
Well,
camp
I
of
guess that's
goblins.
true. Yeah. So on the other hand, in addition to, I guess when you give me the list of shops, like if there's any empty carts that are like marked with a sign that says blah blah blah's shop of gems, I would be interested in knowing like the whole list, even if there's not stuff
yeah,
there.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'll give you a rundown of the bazaar because you all will probably be back there at some point.
Are any of the goblins that we've met, do any of them seem like more well off, or is this generally like
yeah,
a socialist setup?
There is definitely a hierarchy.
Yeah, when we came in and where the king was sitting at the table, there were other goblins that were sitting at the table with
Yes.
him. That
And
were
like for instance, there
obviously
was then there was also that one goblin that seemed pretty popular, and then there were some other goblins that like most goblins were like in
So just
loincloths,
wait 2
and then
minutes.
some
Uh-huh.
actually had like vests and like belts with like a nice sword on it and stuff. So there's definitely some that are way more well off.
Do we know like, are they around getting drunk, or do they like go back to their places? Like, are they generally mixing with other people? Like, could we go talk to them, or are they
Yeah,
kind of
no,
retreat?
no, they're